Okay, let's jump right in. We're about to explore a massive, and I really do mean massive, opportunity that's hiding in plain sight in the mobility world. I'm talking about peer-to-peer car sharing. It's completely changing how we all think about owning a car. So let's get into it and see just how big this thing really is. So first things first, the big number. The car sharing market isn't going to be worth over $100 billion. It is worth that much, right now. This isn't some far-off prediction. And you know what's driving it? Huge shifts in how we, as consumers, behave. And honestly, the simple desire for people to make some money from their own cars. That incredible potential is exactly what creates the opportunity we're going to break down. And well, that leads us right to the most important question, doesn't it? In a market this huge, how does someone like you, an entrepreneur, maybe a fleet owner, or even a local rental agency, actually get in on the action and grab a piece of that pie? Well, that's what this explainer is all about. Look, anyone trying to get into this space faces a pretty classic dilemma, a real fork in the road. How do you actually build the platform you need to compete? There are really two traditional ways to go about it, and let me tell you, both come with some pretty serious pros and cons. Now, take a look at this, because the contrast here is just wow. On one side, you've got building from scratch. Yeah, you get total control, but check out the numbers. We're talking 100 grand minimum and a timeline of maybe a year. Plus, the risk of it all going sideways technically, it's high. On the other side, a good white label solution gets you out the door in like a month or two for a tiny fraction of the cost. And here's the kicker. With the right solution, you still own 100% of your intellectual property. The difference in speed and risk is just night and day. So what if there was a third path? You know, one that gives you the speed and the low risk of a white label solution, but with all the power and ownership you'd get from a custom build. Well, this is where the whole idea of a turnkey marketplace, what we're calling a Turo clone, comes into play as a total game changer. Let's be super clear about what we mean here. A Turo clone is not some cheap copy. Think of it more like a sophisticated, pre-built foundation. All the complicated stuff, the business logic of a peer-to-peer marketplace is already figured out. That means you get a seriously powerful, ready-to-launch platform basically right out of the box. And hey, don't just take my word for it. This quote from an investor note really nails it. It's not just a copy, it's a flexible base. It's built to get you started fast, but, and this is the important part, it's also built for customization. You can take this proven architecture and tweak it perfectly for whatever niche you're targeting. Luxury cars, electric vehicles, a specific local neighborhood, you name it. So why is this whole thing blowing up right now? Well, it's really standing on three big economic pillars. First, asset monetization. Car owners are realizing their car sits idle 95% of the time, and they want to make money from it. Simple as that. Second, our behavior as consumers has totally changed. Travelers want flexibility and value, not the old-school rental counter experience. And third, hyper-localization. The giant global players just can't be the best choice in every single town, which leaves these huge openings for smart local platforms to come in and... So, how does the tech actually work? Well, a solid platform like this runs on a three-way logic system. First, you've got the host interface. That's for the car owners, giving them all the tools they need to manage their cars and their earnings. Then you've got the renter interface, with awesome search tools and easy booking for customers. And the glue holding it all together? That's the admin core. That's where you, the owner, control everything from payments and security to user verification. It's a complete little ecosystem. But look, owning the tech is just the start. The real power, the strategic edge, comes from the advantages you get by having your own independent platform instead of just being another listing on a huge marketplace like Turo. And here they are. First up, total control. You set the commission rates, not some corporate H2 halfway across the country. Second, brand equity. Every rental, every happy customer, it all builds value for your brand, creating a real asset for the future. Third, data sovereignty, and this one is gold. You own all your user data. You can use it for marketing, for analytics, for whatever you want. And finally, geographic agility. You can launch in a specific city or region that the big guys have totally ignored. Now, to make all this work smoothly, the platform has to have a killer set of features. For hosts, that means things like dynamic pricing to help them earn more, automated payouts so they get their money fast, and calendar syncing so they don't get double booked. For renters, you need stuff like instant ID verification for trust, keyless entry for a slick experience, and different insurance options. It's all about creating a seamless, trustworthy experience for everybody involved. And for you, the person running the show, the back-end tools are your command center.
We're talking a God view dashboard that gives you real-time data on key metrics like GMV. That's basically the total value of all the bookings happening. You can track your CAC, your customer acquisition cost, see how your commissions are doing, and even automate stuff like taxes. This is how you steer the ship.
So you've got this incredibly powerful, versatile technology. The next big question is, where do you point it? You don't have to go head-to-head with Turo. In fact, the real magic, the real money, is often in finding and just completely dominating a specific profitable niche. And man, the possibilities are just endless. I mean, think about it. A high-end concierge service for exotic cars. Or what about a fleet of just electric vehicles catering to eco-conscious travelers? You could build mobility solutions for big companies, or even partner with car dealerships to put their loaner car fleets online. Every single one of these is a potential multi-million-dollar business built on this exact kind of architecture. When you boil it all down, it's basically a race. In the race to win a local or regional market, your biggest assets are speed and stability. While your competitors are stuck trying to build their engine from the ground up, a turnkey solution means you're already on the track, lapping them. That speed to market is an advantage that's almost impossible to beat.
So at the end of the day, the path forward has never been this clear. The technology is here, it's been proven in the real world, and it's ready to go. The only real question left is, are you ready to launch your business and claim your share?